Morning everyone and welcome back. Happy New Year to you all. Didn't quite envisage the start of term being like this, but never mind, we'll make the best of it. Okay, we are pretty much at the end of the chemical changes topic, so there will be a test coming up. I need to try and create one that will work online. Anyway, what I want you to do to start with is just go back and look at this slide on the presentation. And you can either, I suppose, pause the video now and go through the answers again and remind yourself, or obviously just look at it on the presentation. But please read what it says, decide whether they're true or false, and if the statement is false, suggest a corrected version. Okay, there's more than one potential corrected version for a couple of them. So pause the video now, and then I will review the answers when you've obviously restarted the video. Make sure you've paused the video. So let's look at each of the statements in turn. Now, number one is false. Metals do not undergo electrolysis because they are not split up when you pass electricity through them. That phrase should say, or that sentence, ionic compounds undergo electrolysis. The positive electrode is also known as the anode. That's true. The electrolysis of molten sodium chloride produces sodium at the anode and chlorine at the cathode is false. It's the other way round. Sodium is formed at the cathode and chlorine at the anode. Number four is false. If it said metals and hydrogen are formed at the cathode, then that would be a correct statement. Because of course, when you're electrolyzing aqueous solution, you can get hydrogen produced as well. During electrolysis, electrons are gained at the cathode and lost at the anode. Now, please remember when you're writing equations for the anode that, although in many examples you'll see it written minus 2e minus on the left-hand side of the equation, our exam board's preferred version is to have plus 2e minus on the right-hand side, or 1e minus, or however many, it's usually 2, on the right-hand side of the equation. Number 6. If you electrolyze copper sulfate, hydrogen is not formed at the cathode, but copper. Copper is below hydrogen in the reactivity series, so you get copper formed at the cathode. And at the anode, sulfur is never formed at the anode. For copper sulfate, you get oxygen. Oxygen because it's not a chloride, bromide, or halide. During the electrolysis of potassium nitrate solution, potassium is not formed at the cathode, it's hydrogen, because potassium is a very reactive metal, significantly higher than hydrogen in the reactivity series, and that is correct, oxygen is formed at the anode. And number 8, hydrogen is formed at the cathode when a solution of a metal higher than hydrogen in the reactivity series is electrolyzed. Is correct. That's an important statement and must be learned. Now, I had envisaged us going through in lesson time all of the worksheets that I set towards the end of term. Obviously that's a little bit tricky now, but what I have done is I have put the answers to the key worksheets that you did on electrolysis. Remember, one of them had the answers with it already, and you need to review your answers. Please bear in mind the fact that I said when I was reading out number 5 about how you write anode equations. I want to see those electrons on the right hand side, plus E minus, okay, or plus 2E minus, or however many, rather than minus electrons on the left hand side. So use the answers Okay, if you have any questions, then please email them to me or use Google Classroom. I've returned a piece of work on salts that you did. There's quite a few of you didn't bother to complete that, which I'm not impressed by. So can you please make sure that you've actually completed every piece of work that has been set. Okay, the salts one, I've returned your answers. Please have a look at the feedback you've got and do any necessary corrections. And if you are totally and utterly stuck, then please again get in touch with me. So now look at the answers to the worksheets. Mark your own work, please. And next lesson we will be starting the energy changes topic. Okay, so keep an eye out for that. If you've done everything and marked everything inside this lesson time, then please go on to my Hot Potatoes website, and on there you will find some electrolysis exercises you can have a go at, and maybe even have a look at something from the next topic if you so wish. You will be familiar with some of the stuff we will start off the next topic with, or I hope you will be. Okay, that's enough waffle from me for now. Get cracking on the marking, and please get in touch if you have any questions or you don't understand why your answer might be incorrect. Bye for now.